My name is Himanish Goel, and I welcome you all to the Everyday Consultants podcast show, where we talk about the uncertain trajectory it takes for stepping into the shoes of a consultant's mind, from adapting to constantly learn through research and develop their own theories, objectives, and opinions for advising businesses from their areas of expertise to communicate the fine line between an SME and polymath. Thanks for taking the time to join me, and let's tune in to today's episode of learning more about the equitable return of your work on each project and client expectations for what type of value did the team and that company outcome for us. So, for today's topic, I guess we mostly tend to see the sides of delivery and performance. You know, when we're putting the time to give those results that the client is expecting from us, there's obviously a time, money commitment because there's something that they find special or they've heard good things about your services and goods. And a lot of the times, that can sometimes go on two or multiple directions. One in which you are performing based on what the clients want, but you're doing something not following the data, the requirements, or the rules they have, and going based off what the companies advise you to do. When it comes to, and this is an exact same theory, I think, to clear the messed up situation I just said, to kind of, whenever you're helping someone, or whenever someone's coming to your house, like a guest-wise, you're always doing for what the guest wants. And the same thing's for the company. You're doing for what the client wants. Obviously, you do according to what works best for your team, but you have to deliver based on what they want you to provide them as the end result, whether it's a competitor meta sort of device, or it's like a simple Ray-Ban glasses which has video recording ability, or anywhere to like probably making a device that helps day-to-day people turn leaky garbage into soil to put into plants, whatever that idea might be, or what they're trying to communicate. You want to be able to get to those results in a chronological manner, to give them the updates that you just let them know what you've been doing, how has everything been going, giving those executives the sort of update and the everyday sort of regime to keep the clients sustained, happy, and have those long-term relationships. But a lot of the times we get so sucked in as teams in terms of how are we going to be able to return the same amount of money that was put on the project in terms of stakes. Because if things go highway, a lot of the times people's positions could be in trouble, financial problems could come for the company, those relationships break, and it's a whole downturn, which is mostly a con and not a good thing. But it depends on how your client is, and like I said, there's many directions for treating it. If your client is not being understandable of what the work you're doing, then there needs to be discussions on those. If there's some middleman conflict that you're not able to get through when it comes to like a data sort of presentation or an analytics issue or like a cloud server migration or whatever it may be, you have to find those solutions in those conflicts, which is why you learn a lot on the real world experience as a new hire professional, an experienced professional, because you start to get a good gist of what these projects are about and how money, time, and sort of management are the three core principles that are spread out of everywhere. That sort of, that's even kind of, that's pretty much what all companies live by. If you don't have the money, and you're not putting
time,
effort, management, responsibility, whatnot, then there's definitely a problem happening over here. Because to give a financial return, there needs to be something that's taken away to kind of let that happen, because this is business, end of the day. Whether or not we like it, these projects are tens, millions, I mean, even bigger than that, I'm guessing, where it's a project that they have to sign contracts with. And with other companies producing products that they put tens and millions of dollars in, because that's what they're trying to sell. Whether it be a Capital One, an Accenture, or an Apple, a Meta, also known as Facebook at one time, Google, Microsoft, Forrester, Deloitte, I mean, the list goes on. Everyone has some sort of product or service they're trying to sell, and everyone's trying to get an equitable return on the services that they're paid for. And the same thing is for us consumers. You know, when we go out buying a subscription, of whether that's for our mental sanity, workout purposes, streaming services, educational purposes, we also trying to get the same return. Otherwise, we go to customer support and try to figure out how to get a better answer around that, from calling the online number for support, tech, IT support as well. And sometimes those things delay, making it even harder to trust that they're going to provide quality services. But then with every business, some days their product or service is just skyrocketing through the roof, and some days it's not doing as well. But that is the form of business. You have things going well, you have things not going well. Right now, Tesla's having the day of their lives. Before that, they probably weren't. They were trying to engineer and test prototypes. So having that equitable return theory in the mind as a consultant, or thinking that sort of mindset, is very important for figuring out what are your clients expecting from the principles of time, money, and management. And hopefully you were able to gain some insight from today's topic. And as always, be sure to refer this episode and podcast show to anyone that you think would find great help in this. Until then, keep learning, keep evolving, keep having the consultant's hat on for exploring more opportunities within yourself as a professional and a family member, a person in life. Till then, stay tuned for the next episode for Everyday Consultants. See ya. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast and also leave a review of how much you enjoyed listening to Everyday Consultants. While you're at it, be sure to provide any feedback you might have on my LinkedIn posts in the comments below. And if you know of a friend who's curious about learning quick bites of information regarding the life of a consultant, then be sure to recommend my show to them, or anyone that you think might benefit from listening to it. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on LinkedIn, Reddit, and Twitter by searching my name on the platform. If you're interested in looking at some of my other professional content that is currently in the works, then in that case, you can take a look at my Linktree portfolio that can be found below in the description or show notes of this episode. Don't forget to tune in to listening to all episodes of Everyday Consultants and wherever you're able to find your local podcast. Until next time, stay broad, be curious, and be passionate about listening to a conversation where knowledgeable advice gets provided about the world of consulting, about a consultant in our next episode. Peace out.